guards, and the center is Justin Poziviak, and the coach is Tom Nola. This, by the way, is his first year. And for the Raiders, they'll go with Jeff Kappa at quarterback, Ben Erdelchak at halfback, Steve Dapra at tailback, the fullback. Last time we covered the Riverview Raiders a couple of weeks ago when they defeated Springdale on the road. And here we are back at Riverside Park in Oakmont for the Raiders here at home. And a reminder that next weekend, the 15th, the Raiders will take on Wilkinsburg, and Comcast plans to be back for that particular game as well. This is a ball club that at the beginning of the year had some question marks, and particularly at quarterback had a key position to fill, and Jeffrey Kappa has stepped into that role and has done very, very well with his ball club. And of course, his supporting cast has really come to his aid with the running of Dapra, Justin Graham. Let's not forget about Ben Erdelchak. You've got some people like Zach Zrimsik who have also been in there, and Fritz Tamburo. Then you've got the here. Ben Erdelchak's been on the receiving end of a number of them, as well as Jason Kappa and Charles Balisario. And their defense is bolstered with some tried and true players such as Rich Walsh, Andy Flaherty, Mike Bigelow. I don't want to leave anybody out of here, but and then you've got both Kappas in there defensively. Zrimsik is also in there. The Balisario boys as well. And this is a team that has had a lot of teamwork making up this undefeated squad this year. Justin Graham defensively as well, Randy Gilbert, Justin Tapp, Jeremy Dujak. They have all been involved to a great degree.
All right, Bob, just got the names of the officials. Gene Rosati is the referee. He's a hometown boy, by the way. Umpire is Mark Natowski. Back judge Joe Melito. Line judge is Chaz Simone, and the head linesman is Craig Rosati. And of course, the game here about set to get underway at what Bob described as beautiful Riverside Park, and it certainly is one of the more beautiful settings that we get to each and every year. And boy, the Raiders got the entire area buzzing, Bob, as they are undefeated, and they beat Duquesne a couple of weeks ago. They're ranked #1 in the WPIL, looking ahead to the playoffs. And I know that Coach Kappa hates to hear that whenever we mention it on the air, figuring he's about to get jinxed. But we tell it like it is, Jake. You have a heck of a ball club, and, well, you're going to go a long way, and we're going to ride right along with you.
Raiders co-captains out there include Justin Graham, Jeremy Dujak, Charles Balisario, and Jason Kappa. And Serra Catholic has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. Riverview will defend the goal to our left, the south goal. So that sets the stage for activity here today. Serra Catholic in the white and the red will receive when we return. The pregame show has been brought to you by Caputo Chiropractic on 5th Avenue in Arnold. We'll be back with a Raider kickoff after this.
All right, we're about ready to get this one underway. Both teams huddled around their coaches as Serra Catholic, as Bob mentioned, did win the toss. They will receive, and they will defend the goal to our right, which is the goal in front of the scoreboard. Those of you that are familiar with Riverside Park. And the Raiders still huddled around Coach Kappa, and now they break the huddle and get out and ready to kick this one off and get this ball game underway.
Joe, Serra Catholic has a female member on its roster, Megan Latusik, who wears number 3, but today not here. She's got a case of mononucleosis.
Oh boy.
So that would have been a first for us.
Right.
But we've been denied again, so. Riverview in the black, kicking off, as we mentioned, defending the goal to our left.
And Orlando Belisario, number 21, getting ready to kick off. And boy, he's got a terrific leg.
Brendan Griffin is the man right down the middle. If it gets to him, to his left is Dave Pop. And it's headed in Pop's direction. And it will be Griffin at about the 11. At the 20, and what a tackle. At midfield. 34 is that?
That's Sam Geppert.
56, all right. Sam Geppert makes the hit for the Raiders. And the ball is spotted at the 21-yard line. A gain, I should say, a return of about 10 yards on that kickoff. Again, the quarterback is Rich Harr. The backfield with Chris Manges, Brendan Griffin, and Tom Porter. And they're going to operate out of the eye. Or is it the wishbone? It's the wishbone. Up the middle with the football to about the 25-yard line is Griffin. And the man who had him wrapped up and carried him was Jason Kappa. Also assisting on the play was Justin Graham. A gain of about 4. Second, let's call it 5 on that play. They put it at the 26. So it's 2nd and 5. Griffin picks up 5 in the opening carry. And again, out of the wishbone. This time it goes to Tom Porter. And Porter is wrapped up by Jeremy Dujak. And it's spotted at the 28. Justin Graham also assisting on the tackle. 3rd and about 2 after the 3-yard gain to the 29. 3rd and about 2. Joe had mentioned the Serra Catholic team has got some beef. They are a ball club that's got some size. Same formation. And this time it is carried by Brendan Griffin. And Griffin is short of the 30-yard line, so that means it will be 4th down as they unpile. We see Walsh and Graham among them.
They gave him a very good spot, but I still don't think he made it. But hey, they gave him forward progress beyond the 30, which was a very generous spot, I might add.
So we'll keep our eyes on the ball. All right. They will stretch the chains, and they will be
about an inch short. 2 inches. Now what do they do, Bob?
Kind of early. You give Riverview a break here. And could come back to haunt you.
They have to punt the football. I mean, that's the only realistic thing to do. However, they may just come in here figuring, hey, we're the underdog. Let's just go. Any opportunity we have, let's go after it. And it looks as though they might just do that.
Wouldn't this be great here if the Raiders are to hold on? The quarterback is Rich Harr. He might try a long count to try and sucker the Raiders offside if he can.
That's possible.
Over center is Justin Paziviak. And he does.
And he didn't get it either. And he didn't get it. In fact, he lost yardage.
He lost about a half a yard on the play back at the 30. And so the Raiders take over. So they took the gamble and failed. And the Raiders with great field position at the Serra Catholic 30-yard line.
Jeremy Dujak, with help from his friends, Bob, stuffed that one right at the 30. And as you mentioned, they lost maybe a foot or two, and the Raiders have the football at the Serra Catholic 30-yard line.
First down.
Dapra and Graham are lined up behind Jeffrey Kappa. Over center. Belisario in motion. It goes to Dapra off the right side, and Dapra still on his feet. Finally shoved out of bounds.
Down at the 21, Bob. It's a pickup of 9 yards there.
9-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Run out of bounds by Mangus.
Second down and about a yard. Jack out to the left side. This is a good time to throw a pass. That's why they're running with it. Dapra carries it for the first down. And down to the 19. Picks up about 2 on the play, and it's a first down with Porter on the stop and Rich Har also assisting on the tackle. So the Raiders with a first down. Most teams like to do that on 2nd and 1. They figure they get it down the waist. Let's try something they're not anticipating, but they went with the conventional run and picked up the first down at the 19.
Bart Starr did it for 10 years, but he was with Green Bay.
Even though Horning may have complained once in a while. Huh? Kappa gives, no, he fakes. Looking.
Got a man all alone.
Caught by Kappa for the touchdown. Jason Kappa caught the football from Brother Jeffrey, and the Raiders are on the line on the scoreboard after a 30-yard march, which only took about 4 plays.
Well, that was a bad gamble that Serra took, Bob, from the 30-yard line, and it came back to haunt him.
So Belisario will tee it up. Orlando Belisario will kick, and Brother Charles will do the holding for the point after. And the kick is...
Isn't that a wonderful leg he has? My goodness.
Pretty upright.
I said it last game, Bob. They ought to call Lloyd's of London. He's sure of that, baby.
Absolutely. 7-0 Riverview in the lead. We'll be back with the Raiders kickoff after this. All right, there you are, son. Please try to keep it in the ballpark. As the official hands the ball over to Belisario, and the Raiders with a 7-0 lead. 3 plays. It only took them a minute to score after capitalizing on a failed 4th down conversion attempt by quarterback Rich Har, who had 3rd and about 3 inches at most, and could not convert. Credit the Raider defense. Brendan Griffin is the man in the middle, and down to Griffin it goes. He'll let it go into the end zone. You know, generally when you've got a kicker like that, the soccer coach takes note.
I'm sure.
And the other way around. When you've got a great kicker on the soccer team, the football coach wants a piece of the action.
Lately, that's where most of the kickers have come from.
The touchback puts it on the 20. Now they're going to go with a pro set. And a man in motion. Here is a pitch back to Manges. And Manges is driven out of bounds at about the 27-yard line by Justin Graham. Also Ben Erdeljack on the play defensively. Now let's give him 7 yards to the 27 and make it 2nd and 3. Second down and 3 now for Serra Catholic. Back to the wishbone. And it goes to the fullback. And it's Brendan Griffin. Griffin stopped. Forward progress is marked where?
Along with Jeremy Dujak.
At the 30, it should be a first down. It is. They will stop the clock only to move the chains. No measurement.
No correction. That is a first down.
They're right on the 30. It is a first down on the 3-yard carry by Brendan Griffin. I just heard one fan holler, "Don't let them pass the 30." That's as far as they got the last time. Get real, I guess.
They're spoiled, Bob.
Here we go. First down and 10 from the 30. And it goes this time to Porter. That's Tom Porter.
carrying the ball.
Up to about the 33-yard line, a gain of 3.
Led there by Jeremy Dujak.
Jeremy Dujak spearheaded the tackle. Also assisted by Justin Peppa.
74, Justin Peppa. 2-yard gain.
Second down and 8 for the Raiders at their own 32. I'm sorry, for Serra Catholic at their own 32-yard line. Wing this time to the right. And a man in motion and a whistle on the play. There was motion to the right, and the running play had come to the left. The ball eventually wound up in the hands of Brendan Griffin, but a illegal procedure call will make it now second and about 13. So from the 32, they will come back to about the 27. We're in the first quarter. The Raiders in the lead on a pass play from Kappa to Kappa.
Well, let's see. Kappa called it, Kappa threw it, and Kappa caught it. How about that, Bob?
Here we go on second and long. Har looks to throw a little flare pass on the side. And this one is caught by Mangus.
Oh,
and Mangus, still on his feet, is going to be buried at about the 30. He gave ground and came back. And on the tackle is Orlando Belisario. And there's an injury to one of the Raiders, and also one of Serra Catholic, Justin Papa, number 74.
Papa, Justin Papa.
Also one of the boys from Serra Catholic injured, and that was the ball carrier, Chris Mangus, who's eventually brought down at, by the way, the 32-yard line. So it is third and about 8 coming up. Third and 8 from the 32. Might take a while for this young man to stand up, but I think they're trying to get him up right now. He's okay. He's, I think, motioning to his left shoulder. In the meantime, the timeout has been called. So we have a break in the action. We are in the first quarter with about 6:41 to play. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Is where the injury took place.
For Serra Catholic, it'll be third down and 8. Third and 8. And Har will probably throw on this one. And he's got Griffin in motion. Looking to throw. He looked at Griffin, trying to get away, and it's going to be smeared by Grimsack. Randy Gilbert also back there for the Raiders.
Randy Gilbert brings up fourth down and about 12.
Fourth down for Serra Catholic and 12. The ball marked back at about the 27.5-yard line. And the Raiders will drop back. Not only Dapra, he's to the left side or the far side.
Oh, is the coach hot? He wanted Gilbert in there. Somebody sent him out.
And Erdeljak here to the right. Erdeljak takes it at the 44. Erdeljak still on his feet, crosses midfield, and is up at the Serra Catholic 48-yard line.
Ray Brom on the stop for the Eagles.
Lou Campano for Serra Catholic makes the play defensively for Serra.
First down Raiders.
So they are at the 48-yard line with the first and 10. The Raiders leading 7-0. We're a little bit better than midway through quarter number 1. And the pitch comes to Dapra. Dapra going left and is going to be wrapped up by big Anthony Skilpa. Skilpa broke away from the blocker, had an assist from Corey Michaels on the tackle, and they both combined for a loss on the play of about a half a yard. Let's call it second and 10.
When was the last time Dapra lost a yard, Bob?
It's been a while, probably.
If at all.
Second down and 10. Kappa's got him set to go. Lone setback is Zrimsak. Throwing, caught by Kappa. Kappa's at the 35, trying to break the tackle, and goes down to the 32 or 33-yard line. The play made by Rich Haar.
Ball on the 33.
Well, my monitor is totally now in black and white. It looks like a snow blizzard. I can't tell what's going on. They must have turned on the fryer. That's a first down play for the Raiders. Kappa on the draw.
Nice draw there.
Dapra down to the 30. And is going to be gang tackled inside the 30. And leading the drive was Anthony Skilpa. Also assisted by Chris Mangus.
About a 4-yard gain on the play.
So it's at the 26, second down for roughly 5 for Riverview. Belisario to the left. They're running out of the eye. Kappa to Dapra. Dapra looks for a hole. Down to the 25, down to the 20. He may go. And Dapra is tackled inside the 15, close to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to spot it at about the 9, Bob.
So Dapra picks up a good-sized chunk of yardage on that carry.
You want to throw me for a 1-yard loss? I'll pay you back, and he did.
So it's first and goal now for Riverview at about the 9-yard line of Serra Catholic. 19 yards on that carry. Here are the Raiders. Zrimsak with the football, and he's across the 5-yard line. And he was tackled by Griffin on that play. So they've got it down to about the 4, gain of 5 on the play. Second down and goal to go. Kappa over center. Dapra and Justin Graham going in motion. Dapra gets the pitch. It was a wide pitch. Going around the right side. Dapra makes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Griffin had him wrapped up, but he carried him in. And the Raiders now lead at 13-0.
Well, he took that pitch out, Bob, one-handed. Tucked it in and, as you called it, carried one of the defenders into the end zone with him.
2:13 to play in the quarter. Belisario holding for Belisario on the extra point try. And this one is good. So it's a 14-0 score. The Riverview Raiders have the lead here in the first quarter. We'll be back with a Raider kickoff right after this. And appear at this point, even after one quarter, to be on their way to a 6th consecutive victory. So let's root the home teamers on here. Second quarter play-by-play coming up. Joe Falsetti sitting in. I'm Bob Tattern, hoping you're enjoying the activity here. I know at times we've overworked the frayed beautiful Riverside Park, but now the leaves are beginning to change, and I don't think there's a prettier atmosphere anywhere. And you don't notice this in the evening when you go anywhere because it's dark.
Bob, when something or someone is beautiful, you never say it enough.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. Dapra and Erdeljack back deep. Here is the punt. Go. Good kick. Good punt. Fair catch. Jack at about the 31-yard line. So the Raiders will get the football at their own 31-yard line following a good punt by Serra Catholic, 14-0 in favor of the Raiders. Homecoming here today, Bob?
Yep. We'll have homecoming and senior day for the rest of the season. I'm sure of it. The Raiders won't play Claret now for another 2 weeks, and that's on the road.
Here we go. Here's the handoff, but Graham really got stopped there. He got hit at about the 30-yard line. Jim Garrick made the initial hit, and Graham dropped. He lost it about a yard on that carry. Second down, 11. Second quarter just underway here at Riverside Park in Oakmont.
Second and 11.
There's some of the fall foliage right now. Taking a lot of time between plays here.
All right, Kappa has him ready to go. Takes the snap, gives off to the... No, he keeps it. Kappa off the right side and picks up maybe 3 or 4 yards on the carry. He was stopped by number 25, which is Chris Mangus. A gain of about 4 yards on that carry. So it'll be third down and about 8.
Cap on the carry brings up third down and about 8.
So the Raiders have the football at their own 33-yard line. Well, they stuffed the near side here with wideouts. Kappa back, looking, throwing. He's got a man wide open. And there is the catch, and Grimzak gets up at the 50-yard line and tackled by Ray Brom, and number 74 also there, Anthony Skilpa. But big reception there by Grimzak, and it was a 17-yard gain, and it's first and 10 for the Raiders at the 50-yard line.
You know, the Raiders' offensive line ought to be in the insurance business. Whatever Kappa wants protection, he's got it. I mean, there's no breakdown, nothing. I mean, it's there.
This is a complete football team, Bob. I'm convinced. Jeff Kappa hands off. Here's Dapra, hurdles one tackler and gets down to about the 46-yard line. Finally stopped down there, and number 46, I believe, made it. That's Skilpa and also Tom Porter. So it'll be a gain of 4. Second down and 6. Ball at the Serra Catholic 46-yard line. Another good crowd here at Riverside Park. Boy, if you don't follow a team like the Raiders, then you just don't love high school football. All right, here we go. Kappa one more time is ready to go. Kappa fakes to one man, hands off to the second man, through, but not able to turn the corner. Sean George got Dapra before he had a chance to get started. He's going to be dropped for a loss of about 7.
Brings up third down and about 11.
Third down and 11. Graham coming into the lineup with what I'm sure is a play from the bench.
You know, when a guy like Sean George makes a hit on you, and he is one of the beefier guys up front, he plays left defensive guard or tackle. I mean, that guy can do some damage.
He's big. There's Kappa back, looking, throwing. Got a man. There's Jack, and Jack first down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. So Tom Porter finally made the stop, and not until Jack got a good pass from Jeff Kappa, picked up some yardage on his own, and it's first down for the Raiders at the Serra Catholic 37-yard line. A gain of 14 on that pass play. Boy, players shuttling in each and every play for the Raiders. The play is about ready to go. Now they're wide both sides. Here is a pass to Dapra. He breaks one tackle. Dapra down the sideline and run out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. So Dapra took the pass from Kappa and finally got hit and run out of bounds by Ray Brom. Another first down for the Raiders.
I don't think that Kappa has thrown an incompletion.
5 for 5 as, well, that's batting 1,000. Go 5 for 5 in baseball or 5 for 5 in the pros, you're rich. Ready. Ertlejack, Dapra split on both sides as Kappa fakes. Got a man out there. It's his brother, and all the way down to what? About the 2-yard line, maybe the 1. Oh, brother. The brother combination did it again. Jeff Kappa to Jason, and Chris Mangus finally made the stop down around the 1-yard line. My, oh, my. Well, Jeff threw it. Jason caught it. And the old man on the sideline smiling from ear to ear.
They're at the 1.
1-yard line is where the ball is spotted. First and goal, the Raiders. And whistles there. Boy, I saw that one.
Flag on the play.
They jumped a little soon there, it seemed like. Procedure penalty against the Raiders, so it'll cost them 5, so they'll spot the ball at about the 6-yard line. First and goal, the Raiders from the Serra Catholic 6-yard line.
Raiders from the 6.
Ready? Here is Dapra. Touchdown! Steve Dapra one more time, and the Raiders 20-0, and Lloyd's of London about ready to kick the extra point and make it 21.
I did not realize or begin to believe, Joe, that they would run away with this one in the first half.
Well, Bob, I don't know if there are any doubters as far as high school football is concerned, but this is a complete team. I mean, really complete. And Lloyd takes care of that one. London, that is. Belisario one more time, 21-0, Riverview, and we'll be back right after this. 28 zip.
All right, Joe. And we will hold on right here. What do you have left? 2 minutes?
A minute and 55.
A minute and 55.
Right.
Well, next weekend we have Burrow at Deer Lakes on a Friday night. Deer Lakes coming off of a 7-0 win over Freeport this past weekend. Deer Lakes scored on, I believe, the second play from scrimmage in that first quarter. And it was enough to, hold on to the lead. But you got to go back to 1960 to find the last Freeport team that even started out at 0-5, let alone 0-6.
Well, it probably is, I'm pretty sure, Bob, correct me if I'm wrong, the most successful high school team in our area down through the years. But again, every so often you run into some tough times, and the Yellow Jackets are running into those tough times now, and it won't last very long, you can be sure.
And remember, the coach does not play. If he's had success before, give him some room, folks.
For sure. All right, here we go. Belisario getting set to kick it off. There's the kick. And this one is going to go down to, it rolls out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
Flag on that play.
Now, I'm anxious to see what happens now, because we have seen him, march off a penalty. Last night at the ball game that we did, they brought the ball out to the 40-yard line. Now what do they do?
Actually, I thought Joe was a 35, but it's immaterial. Either they kick it again 5 yards back, or they get it at either the 35 or the 40.
Yeah, but it can't be optional. It's got to be one or the other.
Well, we had Riverview and Springdale a couple of weeks ago, and they made him kick 3 different times.
All right, they're gonna spot the ball at the 35, and Serra Catholic
back to the 35.
Well, we'll find out Monday night on our talk show. We got to have 4 or 5 people with variations on the ruling.
Gee, I hope the rule is in the book that applies to every game, not just one game. All right, here we go. They may just run it out here. Why should they? They're down 28-0. Handoff off the left side.
Porter
picks up about 4 yards on the carry, up to the 39-yard line. As Mike Bigenhoe and Justin Graham made the stop.
4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Clock moving, 1:33 remaining in the first half. 28-0 Riverview. And off again. And again. Off the left side is Tom Porter. He picks up another 3 yards. Dujak
Porter carrying the ball.
Getting off the bottom of the pile for the Raiders is number 85. That's Jason Kappa.
Jason Kappa also in on the stop.
So it'll be 3rd and 2. Third down and a couple. Clock moving. We're inside a minute remaining in the first half. Here's a fake, and Har is chased, and Har is going to throw, and he throws it out of bounds. And I think they're going to call intentional grounding. I think they're going to call intentional grounding, and Har is screaming. There was a receiver in that area, and Har can't believe it. So the penalty
appears to be intentional grounding against the quarterback. Har.
Well, that's what it's going to be, Bob. There's going to be intentional grounding.
That's a loss of down.
Har was being pursued by Randy Gilbert.
All right, fine. Penalty, loss of down. Why would they want to confer? If it's an automatic loss of down and an automatic penalty, why the conversation with the opposing captain?
Joe, you and I will never disagree on that.
No, that's, to me, that's nothing more than a waste of time, and it infringes on the intelligence of the team that's getting the benefit of the penalty.
Another stoppage of play here. The officials conferring on something. Now it appears we are ready. What do we have, a minute left in this?
4th down and 11, 47 seconds showing on the clock. Oh, it partially blocked. I think that one was touched. It's going to go out of bounds at the 49-yard line, and the Raiders are going to be in position here to do something. Mike Bigenhoe was the guy that put the rush on.
And he did make contact with a kicker.
Yes, he did. So the Raiders will be at the Serra Catholic 49-yard line. So if they want to...
in the 4th quarter, Boston College 21.
And let's see where we are.
Can you believe this, Bob?
At the 49-yard line.
I know this is going to come over the air late on the replay, but they just gave a score here. Boston College in the 4th quarter, leading the unbeatable, the irreplaceable Notre Dame 21-3. Would you believe it? Uh-oh, looky here. Oh, almost. Ertl Jack almost took the carom.
Pass intended for Ertl Jack. Har breaking up.
Rich Har back there on the coverage, and he played that one pretty well.
And of course, offensively, Kappa faked once and then let it rip.
That play took just 7 seconds, Bob. There's 35 seconds left here in the first half. 28-0. Riverview on top. And a handoff right up the middle. Zrimzak gets it to about the 45.
Sean George making the stop.
George on the stop. It could be that might be the last play of the half.
By the way, Justin Papa is probably finished for the afternoon, Joe. He's got a shoulder wrap on him. And Justin, good ball game, but it's the right shoulder. He's got a huge pack of ice on it. Conferring.
There is the first half, and the score at halftime, Riverview 28, Serra Catholic nothing.
And we'll be back with homecoming festivities here at Riverside Park right after this, where the homestanding fans are.
Our homecoming queen candidates. First, Lindsay Whitmer Bynum, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. John Bynum of Oakmont, being escorted by Dylan Lorich. Her school activities include cross-country, soccer, basketball, track captain, Key Club secretary, student council, National Honor Society, junior class vice president, senior class vice president, football statistics, French club, and peer mediation. Lindsay plans to attend a four-year college majoring in pre-med or engineering. Our second candidate, Serra Elizabeth Bonarotti, daughter of Frank and Catherine Bonarotti, Oakmont, escorted by David English. Serra's school activities include golf, soccer, basketball captain, track, softball, student council, Key Club, junior class committee, senior class committee, and Spanish club. Serra plans to attend college and major in education and minor in business. Our third candidate is Hillary Klein, daughter of Jeffrey and Nancy Klein of Oakmont. Escort is Ed Lightcap. Her school activities include cross-country, track, cheerleading, band, Key Club, student council, French club, National Honor Society, and a participant in the Model United Nations. Hillary is looking forward to a four-year college program at Penn State or Miami University, majoring in international business or elementary ed. Our next candidate, Stacy Ann Lay, daughter of Donna and Donald Shaw of Verona. She is escorted by Christopher Ryan Lasser. Her school activities include wrestling statistics, pom-pom, tennis, football statistics, and basketball. Stacy plans to attend a four-year college and major in computer science. Next candidate, Kelly McCready, the daughter of Merrill and Maria McCready of Oakmont. She is escorted by Dan Roberts. Kelly's activities include basketball, track, soccer, cheerleading, band, drama club, and junior class committee. She plans to attend a four-year college and major in dietetics or nutrition. Our next queen candidate is Stacy Lynn Schmidt, daughter of Jack and Kathy Schmidt of Oakmont. She is escorted by Andrew Wenger. Her school activities include volleyball captain, basketball captain, track captain, marching band drum major, concert band, stage band, orchestra, Allegheny Valley Honors Band, PMEA District Band, National Honor Society President, Key Club Board Member, Student Council Executive Board, French Club Vice President, Drama Club, Musical, Junior Class Committee, Junior Class Treasurer, Senior Class Committee, Senior Class Treasurer, Peer Mediation, Model United Nations Committee, and a page in Harrisburg. Stacy plans to attend a 4-year college and major in communications or secondary ed. And our last candidate is Katrina Alexandra Williams, daughter of Carla Keller of Oakmont. She is escorted by Adam Atkinson. Katrina's activities include volleyball, basketball, cross-country captain, track captain, pom-pom, French club, junior class committee, senior class committee. Katrina plans to attend a 4-year college and major in architecture. Next we have last year's homecoming queen, Natalie Walsh, escorted by John Cowell.
Well, we come down to the moment now where they say, hand the envelope over, please. And we'll find out which one. I believe 9 candidates here for homecoming.
Presenting the crown and flowers to the new queen tag will be Paige Truby, daughter of Russ and Jan Truby, and Jennifer Rocco, the daughter of Leslie and Frank Rocco. This year's
2 young ladies who will come across the far side of the field. Got a long journey to make, girls. Flowers and the crown.
And the queen for homecoming 94 is Lindsay Bynum.
So there you have it, folks. The new queen of homecoming has been crowned here today at Riverside Park in Oakmont. And I'm sure they're going to pose for some pictures here. Riverview in the lead here, 28-0, by the way, at halftime, as balloons are released with the crowning of the homecoming queen. Lindsay Whitmer Benyon Bynum, beg your pardon, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Don Bynum of Pennsylvania Avenue in Oakmont. Plans to attend a 4-year college majoring in pre-medicine or engineering. We congratulate the young lady, Lindsay Whitmer Bynum. So congratulations are in order as they continue to pose for pictures. As they do so, let's take a look at some individual stats here in the ball game. First of all, for the Raiders, Jeffrey Cappy in the air, 6 out of 8 passes so far, has 101 yards to his credit in the air. Steve Dapra has 10 carries for 93 yards. That's 9.3 a pop. Ben Ertlejack, 2 carries for 7 yards. Justin Graham, 11 carries, but for 1 yard because he had lost. Or is that 1 yard? 1 carry for minus. Okay. Justin Graham, 1 carry, minus 1 yard. Zach Zrimsik, 3 carries for 23 yards. Jason Kappa has 3 receptions for 57 yards. Dapra, 1 pass reception for 27 yards. Zach Zrimsik, 1 pass reception for 17 yards. And we'll get to the team totals here in a moment, but again, individually, Rich Haar for Serra Catholic has 4 carries for 3 yards. Chris Mangus, 4 passing attempts. Was I right the first time? Okay. 4 carries for 3 yards, but his passing is 1 of 2 good on the 1 pass for 5 yards. Brendan Griffin, 3 carries, 9 yards. Chris Mangus, we mentioned 3 carries, no yardage. And Tom Porter, 6 carries for 14 yards. The 1 pass reception did go to Chris Mangus for 5 yards. Halftime statistics are brought to you by John's Auto Sales. For a good selection of thoroughly reconditioned used cars and trucks, come to John's Auto Sales in Natrona Heights. Over 17 years in the business makes John's Auto Sales tough to beat. Round-trip messenger service to Harrisburg is available, so check out the price, the warranty, and the service at John's Auto Sales. Now, let's take a look at the halftime statistics. The team totals. Are you saying we don't have them on graphic?
9, 8.
Oh, we do. Okay, fine. Here we go. Where are the sheets?
You have that winning stop that matches that number. Please bring it to the announcer stand at this time. Again,
all right, first downs.
9,
I don't have the sheet, Alan, so you're going to have to tell me in my earpiece what's going on here.
1.
Serra Catholic, first downs. 2 first downs for Serra, and for the Raiders, 11 first downs. All right, the Serra Catholic with 26 yards on the ground, and the Raiders with 122. Serra Catholic, as we mentioned, 1 out of 2 in passing for 5 yards, and Riverview 6 out of 8 for 101. So the grand total in net yardage, we have Serra Catholic in for 31 yards, and Riverview with 223. So that's the halftime story on stats. Okay, we'll be back with the third quarter kickoff and second half activity right after this. We are at Riverside Park at Oakmont and about to start our second half of activity. Bob Tattern with Joe Falsetti, Mike Pavlik behind the pencil. By the way, there was a number change, and of course this is one of those rare things that happens in high school football. Number 74 for Serra Catholic, by the way, is Nick Coringa, or Seringa, and he was that change was not given to us, so the fact that Serra Catholic will not be watching the telecast anyway. Lou Campano is kicking off for Serra. A funny kick taken at about the 34 by Zrimsak, and Zrimsak is hit hard, holds onto the football and reaches the 74. I'm sorry, the 45, tackled by 74, which is Nick Coringa.
Making the tackle for the Eagles.
And where the knee goes down is where they've got him stopped at the 44. So the third quarter finally is underway. They're operating out of the eye. And Graham blocks for Dapra, who's got the football for about 4 to 5 yards. Straight ahead play that brings it into the 50-yard line area, but they're marked down at the 49. Nick Serra there to make the tackle. Also Sean George assisting on the play. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. 28-0 Riverview in the lead. Receivers out here to the right side, and Kappa looks left, and he's got his man, Ertlejack, tackled at about the 35-yard line by Chris Mangus. But a first down for the Raiders inside enemy territory. It's marked down at the 33-yard line, and actually had one man to beat, but he couldn't get away from Mangus, and he was tripped after making the catch. But a good play, and again, Jeffrey Kappa amazingly accurate here.
Right on the money.
Daper wide to the left, Ertlejack to the right, one setback, and it goes to Zripsik, who turns, looks back at Kappa, but doesn't give it to him. Holds on, forward progress, the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Again, quarter on the tackle. 2nd and 10.
4 touchdowns by the Raiders. Jason Kappa, Daper on a run, Daper on another run, and then Jeff Kappa on a quarterback keeper. Here is the pass caught again by Ertlejack at the 27.
Going to be short of the first down by about 4 yards.
And again, the receiver is stopped immediately after making the reception. I wondered if Mike Milo here can check on the deepest penetration made by Serra Catholic in that first half. Kappa on the keeper around the right side is spilled short of the first down, I believe. And on the play, Rich Haar makes the tackle. Marked at the 23, and they'll stop the clock and bring the chains across.
Major looks a little short. Maybe. Doesn't really matter. They're going to go for it anyway. Not
by much. About a half a yard or longer. No, it's 6 inches. All right. Deepest penetration by Serra Catholic was the Raider 43. Oh, Serra 43. They were not in Raider territory the whole first half?
Nope.
It speaks well of the defense, Joe.
Sure does.
Serra's own 43. So, inches to go on 4th down. And Kappa should keep it.
He'll keep it. No, he gives to Daper. You know what he did, Bob? He went right behind Dujak and number 52, Rich Walsh. And I got a little news for you. It's a pretty good tandem to go behind.
So the first down is achieved inside the 20 at about the, let's call it the 19. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Serra Catholic 19-yard line. T formation. How about this? Daper off left tackle. And Daper with about 5-6 yards inside the 15-yard line, down to about the 13-yard line. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
I was on the 12 or 13.
Andrew Sevenard is coming in, Bob. He looks to be about 300 pounds anyway. The big number 77.
We're in the 3rd quarter, and the Raiders in the lead 28-0. Kappa over center. Looks to throw.
Got his brother out there.
And he's got it inside the 5. right at the 5-yard line, so he's got another first down. And the Raiders will have first and goal.
5, first and goal, Raiders.
You know, all in all, even with all the perfections that went on here, there are those little imperfections that will get noticed on the coach's film.
Oh, yeah. Well, they'll find fault every time they start the projector.
This is Ertlejack.
He's in.
Ertlejack.
Boy, they make it look so easy.
Raider TV.
34-0 is the score. The Raiders in the lead, and Wilkinsburg has got to be wondering just what this team is made out of, cast iron or what? So Belisario will attempt the extra point, and Charles Belisario will hold. Belisario today 4 for 4, and a penalty flag thrown here before the kick. It was just a fraction before the snap of the ball, so it's a dead ball foul.
Procedure against the Raiders marks off 5 yards.
You know, Orlando Belisario, Bob, just a junior. Could you imagine what that toe is going to be worth to some college by the time he graduates high school? Really?
Here we go. High snap.
Look at this. Look at this. One more.
And right through the uprights for Belisario, and almost blocking it was Mangus, who came in charging from the left side. So it's 35-0 right now. The Raiders in the lead. So it appears the Raiders can do nothing wrong here this afternoon. However, that we do have one injury to report, as we had mentioned earlier, and that was Justin Papa, number 74, has got a shoulder injury. And Riverview in the first down department right now has 14. Serra with only 2. Dapra, 13 carries, 109 yards. So another 100-yard game for Dapra.
So what else is new? It's like a broken record.
Final score, Syracuse 31, Pitt 7.
So the Raiders will kick off once again to Serra Catholic. It's been a long afternoon here for Serra Catholic. Brendan Griffin is the receiver down the middle, flanked by Mangus and Dave Pop on the left, nearest the near sideline. Ball rolled off the tee.
Those kickers, Bob, are particular. It has to be exactly the way they want it.
Shot from the end zone. And the kick comes down. And that is Griffin up to the 25. Slowed down for whatever reason, and then all of a sudden
he saw 8 black jerseys coming at him. I'd slow down too.
It's like going down a narrow alley with your little Volkswagen and you see a Mack truck coming.
Oh,
good
boy.
gravy. Forward progress is at the 25-yard line. Carl Banks led the charge with Orlando Belisario.
Yep.
And the Raiders maintain that first team in there. So 4-man front, up the middle, and I believe it was Tom Porter.
74 got caught. 74 got caught. That's going to get him about 15 yards.
And maybe an ejection.
By number 40, Mike Bingenho.
Personal foul.
Jeremy Dujak in on the tackle.
There is a gain on the play of 3 yards. They'll give him the gain. And then march off the penalty, I guess, Joe, from there. So from the 28 back to the 13.
personal foul against the Eagles.
Gary Gabriel just entered the lineup for Serra Catholic, and he's another big one. He looks like about 6'4", 6'5". My goodness. How do you get that big, Bob?
You're asking the right guy. Mine came with age. Here's Tom Porter.
Porter carrying it.
And tackled on the play by Justin Graham, number 30. Off the bottom of the pile was Rich Walsh.
Maybe a yard or two pickup.
So it is third.
Third down and about 20.
Probably 20. The ball is at the 16. They've got to get up to the 36. Receivers wide to the right. The pass is caught. And a loss on the play. The pass was caught on the right flank. And Riverview was very quick to come in. Justin Dujak there to make the hit. 4th and 21 from back at the 15-yard line. Jack back for the punt reception.
Jack deep with Tamburo.
Also, Tamburo goes back. Here's the kick. Fair catch. And caught at the Serra Catholic 43-yard line.
Catch by Ben Jack.
Well, I mentioned earlier in the ball game that I think it was the second possession of Serra Catholic. One of the fans from the near bleachers hollered, "Don't let him pass the 30." Do you know he only missed it by 13 yards? Serra Catholic has not gotten beyond their 43. And I'm trusting that Milo's information on that is accurate.
We are grateful for the help that we receive here at the field.
We have a timeout. We are halfway through this third quarter. So we'll take a break. Timeout's been called. We'll be right back.
I'm sorry, Bob. I checked the schedule downstairs at halftime. Riverview has Wilkinsburg next week.
Which we have here.
Right. That week after, they go to Clairton.
Right.
Then they have Greensburg Central, and they finish the season with Leechburg. So they've got 4 games left.
And that's a Friday night game at Leechburg, by the way.
Right. And I think the Clairton game might be the only game that
would be a threat to an undefeated season.
Yeah, but then again, Serra Catholic beat Clairton 13-12. So, of course, that really means nothing, but sometimes you measure one team against the other by what happened.
So the Raiders have the football near the 42 or 43-yard line of Serra Catholic. Three setbacks, and the give is to Erdeljak. Erdeljak at the 30. Down to the 25-yard line.
That's Graham.
Justin Graham tackled by Chris Mangus.
There is a flag on the play.
However, a flag back at the 39-yard line.
Illegal.
So Justin Graham chews up the yardage, but a penalty flag. And it will hurt the Raiders. They'll give them a gain from the line of scrimmage to the 39 where the penalty flag was thrown. So a gain of about 4, and from there they'll step off the penalty and bring it all the way back to the Raider 46.
So the ball comes back to the 46 now.
Zarimsic and Graham are in the eye. Dapra is not in the eye. This is Kappa throwing, and it is caught by Belisario at the 37-yard line, make it the 32-yard line, and out of bounds at about the 31. And a Raider first down.
It's a Raider first down.
Boy, that Jeff Kappa, Bob, he has really been on the money here this afternoon.
He's only, I think, misfired once.
I think Sammy Baugh threw a couple of incompletions, too.
Kappa over center, out of the tee with the ends in tight. And it's Justin Graham down to the 20-yard line. Unpiling Dave Pop, among others, and Rich Haar at the bottom of the pile. So the Raiders with another first down at the 20. And they lead 35-0. Belisario has been perfect from the extra point mark. 5 of 5. Kappa to Dapra. Dapra contained by Sean George.
Well, let's see, 78 and 74. I think that's about 620 pounds to stop Dapra. That's about what it's going to take the rest of the afternoon to stop him.
Sean George was one of them, Nick Seringa or Karinga the other. And again,
well, they lost.
I'm sorry, a loss rather, back to the 25, so it's 2nd and 15. Dapra, and he'll take the draw. Dapra is at the 20. He's at the 15, near the 10, inside the 10, down to the 5.
The ball down to the 5, tackled by Moringa.
Moringa makes the stop finally, but it's a 1st and goal for the Raiders.
From the 25 down to the 5, Bob, a 20-yard gain, and Dapra keeps piling up the yardage.
35-0, Riverview in the lead.
4.5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Here is Justin Graham, and probably no gain on this one.
One of the few plays all afternoon that really never had a chance for the Raiders. That one went nowhere right from the handoff.
No gain on the play. Tackled by a host of people.
Might be one of the few mistakes, Joe, they're going to uncover when they take a look at the coach's film. And
the coaches will find everything wrong with this game.
What happens on a coach's film, they use one, not really a wide angle, but a full-blown picture of the field, Joe. They want to know where everybody is on every single play. Kappa stumbles, keeps the football, and is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, boy.
Kappa has scored his 2nd touchdown and makes it a 41-0 game.
41-0 now.
Well, I think you'll see, I don't think you'll see any regulars in the lineup for the Raiders now come as soon as Belisario kicks this extra point. That'll be about it. They've had a pretty good afternoon, pretty productive afternoon, the offense, the defense. Look at this, look at this. Over the scoreboard, over everything.
Make it 42-0 in favor of Riverview. Well, when you look at the success of this Riverview football program, Joe, it obviously goes deeper than what's on the field right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that their junior high program is producing some excellent athletes, and the coaching on that level has got to be just as good, because this is where those kids came from to begin with. Learning the basics.
I was talking to a few people at halftime downstairs who was telling me that when this crew here were freshmen, they played the Burrell freshmen, who are the same kids playing at Burrell, and it was a real dogfight between those two. So that gives you an idea just how it didn't happen overnight.
Dapra, 15 carries, 124 yards, and Jeffrey Kappa in the air, 10 out of 12, 156 yards for 1 touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns.
Well, I would say that's a pretty decent season on one afternoon.
Serra Catholic looking into the sun for the kick. And it goes down to Griffin and over Griffin's head and out of the outstretched hands of Chris Mangus, and it's into the end zone for another touchback. Well, this might be part of the crew right here. I think Justin Dujak is going to quarterback the team. And Jeff Kappa, I think, Joe, he's on the bench.
Yeah, I think. Should be anyway.
The Raiders 42 and Serra Catholic nothing. Serra Catholic out onto the field right now as they'll put it in play at the 20, but I think Justin Dujak will quarterback once the Raiders get the ball.
Right, he's in there. Mark Bonarotti is in there.
Here's an option play, and it comes back to Griffin. Were you in the fourth quarter, Joe?
This is no, it's still the third quarter.
I thought maybe I missed something there. Griffin stopped.
Dujak was there for the stop. Number 40 was Mike Bigenho. He was also there.
They're at the 19, so a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 coming up, and more of the Raider regulars are coming out.
Yeah, Bonarotti coming out, Dujak coming out. 18 Rimzak coming out.
Ron Zanella into the game for the Raiders.
Under 3 minutes left of this third quarter. Here's Har. Stumbles, did not go down, reverses his field, still on his feet. And is caught at the 25. A gain of 6 on that play, but boy, did he do some running. Ron Zanella on the chase.
Zanella made the stop.
3rd down and about 5 for Serra Catholic.
Chris Dratzinger into the game for the Raiders of Riverview.
You know, I look at the length of this ball game, and I'm wondering, have we been playing 15-minute quarters?
Fran Shula into the game for Riverview.
Jeez. What a long afternoon.
We still have over 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And they don't have lights here, Bob.
Here we go. Man in motion, and they throw to Tom Porter, the man that was in motion. And around the right side, he's got a first down. But the play stops on the out-of-bounds play on the far side of the field.
First down, I believe.
Darryl Deringer into the game for Riverview.
Randy Gilbert was one of those in pursuit. So it's a first down for Serra Catholic at their own 31. Riverview 42, Serra Catholic nothing. Porter goes in motion. And here's Griffin. Griffin gets a block, cuts around, is slowed down by Fran Shulo. Fran Shulo actually slowed him up and made possible a hit by Justin Dujak. Myers assisted on that tackle, number 22, Bob Myers. So they mark it at the 39 and a gain of about 9 on the play. So he's only got about another yard or so to go, and he's got a first down. Receivers out to the left. Porter is hit in the backfield. And the guy who had him wrapped up there was Justin Dujak.
Yeah, he slowed him up. Then he got help from his friends.
Porter getting up slowly. A loss of the play. Well, actually, Joe, they mark it at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 1. Long afternoon here for Serra Catholic on the short end of a 42-0 score. Another big part of the Raider scheme of things, Joe, is their discipline on this team. Har holds on to it, now pitches back to Mangus, and at the last minute, because Dujak had him back there, but Mangus takes the ball, is out of bounds at about the 45 or 44, but picked up the first down. There's Justin Graham in your picture. Ben Ertlejack was the man that made the defensive play for the Raiders on that one. So from their own 45, that is their best field position of the entire afternoon, their own 45. They have yet to cross the 50. Here is Haar, throws on the right flank, and they'll lose yardage. They lost 5 in this play. Would have been better just to drop the ball. Defensively for the Raiders, it was Mike Bigelow, number 40, among others. Rich Walsh was there. Skillen assisted on the tackle. And it is 2nd down and 15. There, finally, folks, is the end of the 3rd quarter. Wow. 42-0. The Raiders in the lead. We'll be back with our 4th quarter right after this. Let's start our 4th quarter, and here's Joe.
All right, 42-0. Serra Catholic has the football at their own 40, well, make it to 39. Here's a handoff, and it goes to number 25, Chris Mangus. He's stopped over there by number 57, Darrell Derringer.
And there's an injury on the field.
And somebody's shaking up there. Did you get that number, Milo? I didn't catch that for the youngsters. Was that the ball carrier? Okay, Mangus, the injured player. Tell you what, they're having a hard time out there in this ball game. Without him, it might be even tougher because he's been one of the, well, better ball players in the game here this afternoon. Sean George, is that who that is? Okay, Sean George is the youngster that is being attended to. Well, what can we say? It was another very productive afternoon here for the Raiders of Riverview. They have put together a solid football game, both sides of the ball. It's this, as we have mentioned more than once, is a solid football team. It's going to take a great effort on the part of a good team to beat this Riverview Ball Club. They are good on both sides of the ball, and proven here this afternoon with a 42-0 score over a good Serra Catholic team who really has a decent record coming into this game. They're 3-2. Beat a good Clareton team 13-12 here a couple of weeks ago, so they're not a bad team at all. So when you measure that against the fact that Riverview has had such an easy time here this afternoon, it's no wonder that we throw the accolades that we do at this Raider Ball Club. They are good, no question about it. They, you know, it seems that every key position, whether it be running back, quarterback, receivers, kickers, both kickoffs, extra points, punting, they're good at everything that they do. So it's a good ball club, no question about it. And looking forward to hopefully being able to follow the Raiders in the playoffs. I don't think I'm premature in suggesting that they are going to make the playoffs. I'm almost sure that they are, and if they do, when they do, they'll probably go a long way. Hopefully, Comcast Cable Channel 3 will be part of their travels. And George, big number 78, Sean George, who had himself a good ball game, is walking off the field under his own power, and that's always good to see. So it's going to be now the Raiders on defense with Serra Catholic having the football at their own 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 14.
Into the game for the Raiders.
I don't see any regulars out there for the Raiders. Here's Haar looking. Haar is going to be run out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
Out of bounds there by number 53, Andy Flaherty.
So Flaherty on the stop for the Raiders, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
4th down now.
The official time.
Gain of a yard or two. It brings a 4th down.
Is there another injury over there or what? Huh. Yeah, another youngster injured. It looks like it might be Richie Haar. Yep, it was Richie Haar, but he's up. He has to sit out at least one play. And who do they have in there now at quarterback? Well, it doesn't matter. It's 4th down anyway. So
Michaels to boot the ball.
Michaels is going to punt. Low snap, but he controls it. Gets the kick away. It bounces, and it's going to roll inside the 20, inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. And that's where the Raiders will put it in play.
1st down, Riverview.
Well, some of the regulars coming back in for the Raiders. Dujac is coming in. Graham
into the game for Riverview.
coming in. Belisario, that's number 80, Charles Belisario, he's there. Walsh coming in. Fritz Tamburo is there. Franchulo also there. Bob Myers into the lineup for the Raiders. Ertlejack coming out. All right, and it's number 21. Orlando Belisario is the quarterback. And they hand it off. Not much on that play, and who got the football? I think it was number 24, Franchula, that got the handoff. A couple of yards on that play. 2nd down and 8. They'll spot the football just on the other side of the Riverview 15-yard line. We've got a little over 10 minutes remaining in the ball game. 42-0. Belisario, that's Orlando Belisario, probably will be your quarterback next year for the Raiders. He's only a junior. There's a handoff off the right side, and getting up across the 20, maybe to the 21-yard line, was number 34, Fritz Tamburo.
Fritz Tamburo carrying the ball for.
And he picks up about 6 yards.
3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd down and a short 2. 3rd and about 2. Coach Kappa's shuttling players in and out virtually on every play. There's a pitch back. Coming around, cutting in. Here is Ertlejack. Ertlejack breaks a couple tackles, gets across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Finally stopped by number 54, Lou Campano. So it's a 1st down for the Raiders. And as soon as they spot the sticks, they'll start up the clock. It shows 9:05 remaining here in the ball game. And we'll pass along the MVP of this one immediately after the ball game. MVP featured after every game by PNC. And here's a handoff to 34 once again. That's Fritz Tamburo. He gets nothing there.
The ball. There is a loss on the play, however.
Kappa, Jeff Kappa, the quarterback, what an afternoon he had. He had 10 of 12 for 156 yards in the air. Good for 1 touchdown, and he also had a couple of touchdowns himself rushing the football. So that is, as we mentioned earlier, for some quarterbacks, a decent season. He had it all in one afternoon. 8:12 remaining here in the ball game. Belisario, the quarterback, pitches back. Going around the right side. It's Fritz Tamburo. He's at the 50 to 40. Tamburo still going all the way down to about the 30-yard line. How about that? Fritz Tamburo from the 40 all the way down to the 30. That's a gain of 30 yards before Brendan Griffin brought him down. So give Tamburo a 30-yard gain.
Ball down on the
They're pumping on all cylinders, Bob.
Full speed ahead.
Clock is moving. We're down inside 8 minutes now. Why aren't they stopping the clock? Was he out of bounds? He must have been.
You too.
Oh, what a... There goes Tamburo again.
No,
look out. No, that's not Tamburo. That's Shulo. Fran Shulo. And he turns the corner here on the near side of the field, gets down to around the 10-yard line, maybe inside the 10, and they really are pumping on all sides.
Another Raider first down.
So, another 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Ball on the 8, first and goal.
20-yard gain, and 20 first downs for the Raiders. 20 first downs for the Raiders, and total domination in the ball game here this afternoon. So Belisario at quarterback, and he hands off the right side. Tamburo gets a couple of yards, stopped by number 46, Tom Porter.
About a yard or two
Gain of a couple. Clock shows 7 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the game. Clock is running on what they refer to as a slow battery, Bob. I mean, it's not going too fast.
Anderson into the game for Riverview.
Anderson replacing Shulo in the backfield.
All right. Jason Anderson in the lineup, and they hand the ball off to number 22, Bob Myers, and he gets close.
Bob Myers carrying the ball very close to the goal line.
Myers.
About
he's inside a yard. He's got about, well, let's say 1.
Third down and goal.
He's got 3rd and goal just inside the 1-yard line. 6.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Belisario hands off, and this time they didn't go anywhere. Tamburo got stopped. I mean, he got stopped cold.
Shy of the
46 was there. That was Porter. Number 51, Justin Pozoviak was there. Campano was also there. So they'll lose about 3 yards on that play. So it'll be 4th down and goal. The ball at about the 4-yard line. Belisario is ready, and they hand it off, and it's not going to get into the end zone as running the football again with Tamburo. He picks up a couple of yards, but short of the goal line. They'll turn it over.
Into the game for Riverview.
So they'll turn it over to Serra Catholic, and they'll take over at their own, it looks like about the 2-yard line.
Halfway through the 4th quarter.
5:43, actually, a little bit more than halfway.
Now, you know they're going to probably throw this football, huh?
Well, it could be that they might want to get out of here, Bob.
Yeah.
You know, how much punishment can you take in one afternoon?
Final score, Boston College 30, Notre Dame 11.
Oh, he should drop them out altogether. All right, here's a handoff, and
Mangus carries the ball.
Mangus gets up, maybe about 4 yards or so, as he's going to be stopped by number 56.
Number 15.
That's Sam Gephardt.
Dujak making the tackle.
Dujak also there. We're approaching 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. 42-0. The Raiders on top. They've got Wilkinsburg next week at home, Bob, here.
Then at Clairton.
And
then somebody else, and then Leechburg.
Greensburg Central. Yeah. And then Leechburg is the final game. And handoff once again. And I think it was a fumble there, but they may have blown it dead.
However, they recovered their own fumble.
Number 46, that was Porter. He lost it and then recovered it. Gained nothing. In fact, may have lost a yard. It'll be third down and about 6, maybe 7.
Carl Banks into the game.
And they are near the 6-yard line, Joe.
All right, and the clock shows 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the ball game. And this one, in 4 minutes, will mercifully be over. Handoff coming through is number 30. That's Dave Pop.
Pop carrying the ball.
And I don't know that he got enough for the first down. I don't think so, but let's wait to see where they spot the ball. Looks like indication there from referee Gene Rosati that it is fourth down. They're going to be about a yard and a half short.
So go for it. What are you going to?
What do you got to lose?
Yeah, let them play.
It's 42 to nothing or 49 to nothing. I don't think it makes much difference.
I noticed you tacked on the extra point.
Oh, automatic. Automatic.
Who is the kicker for Cincinnati that missed 3 extra points in succession in one game? Hartsky.
Who?
No.
Flag. There's a flag. I think, what, too much time? Illegal substitution. Something happened. Delay of the game.
Jason Orban into the game for the Raiders.
He must be a popular
local
young man
favorite.
Yeah, number 10, Jason Orban, playing safety.
Too much time taken by the Eagles. 5-yard penalty.
Delay a game. They're going to punt the ball. Let's see. Orban and Bob Myers back at about the 42-yard line, waiting for the punt. Good snap. Here's a kick. And Myers with a fair catch at the 38. And we'll be back with a final couple of minutes right after this. All right, actually 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the game. And there is a timeout on the field.
Also, Dan Morgan into the game for the Raiders.
Everybody's gotten in but you and I and Milo.
Right. And the way things are going, we probably could have got a touchdown or two.
I don't know about you, but I got 3 years. I have 3 years of eligibility that I've never used.
What?
Cap has already said no thank you.
I don't know about Milo, but I know the positions we're playing. You're blocking with your weight, and with my speed, I'll run it. And you know what? we probably would have picked up a first down or two this afternoon. Everything is going right for the Raiders. Oh boy.
I want to thank our sponsors for another event of telecasting here for Comcast Cablevision. Next Friday night, we will be at Deer Lakes. And the Burnell Bucks are back on the tube for the first time since the Valley game. And it's not our fault, Joe, because we try to get them today with Shady Side.
In the meantime, you know, with Burrell in Double-A and Riverview and Class A, tell you what, we got a couple of hot-shot teams going here in the playoff West. Mark Bonarotti, stopped by Dave Pop.
Pop making the stop.
Pop on the stop, huh?
Pop on the stop is right, and the clock is down to 2.5 minutes.
What was the phrase you used to have for a late game?
Oh, late
Sayonara?
Game? Yeah, no. Well, this is a sermonette game.
Sermonette, okay.
Remember they used to have sermonette on about 2 in the morning? Pitch out, and it's going to be Cam Bureau. Gets around the right side. And he picks up a few yards, not much, but he gets it up to about the 40, inside the 40-yard line. Har on the stop. Har was banged up a little bit ago, but he's back in the lineup. You could tell that youngster is a gamer. second down and well, actually third down and 13. And now we got a new quarterback in there, number 15, Justin Dujak. And he keeps it. Dujak almost broke it for the first down, but he's going to come up a little bit short, although they may just very well go for it. Ray Brom on the stop. So it's going to be fourth down and about 6. Fourth and about 6 with a minute 18 remaining in the game, so they may as well just go for it. No sense fooling around. Jason Orvin.
Back in the game for the Raiders.
The ends here, Bob, left to right, pick up that first down. Let's see what happens. He's in the backfield. Well, they get a full house eye. Dujak comes around the right side, left side rather, and he is, I don't think he's going to make the first down. He's going to be a little bit short. Nathan Peppercorn. Or is that Dave Pop? All right, Dave Pop. So they're going to be short of the first down.
So the Eagles
They'll turn it over. The Eagles will take over with 48 seconds remaining.
48 seconds remaining in the game.
Joe, there's no point in waiting to the end of the ball game. We've already decided.
We've decided with no doubt whatsoever who the MVP is. Jeff Kappa. I don't know what else he could have done. He was 10 of 12 for 156 yards. Threw for 1 touchdown, rushed for 2 others, played good defense, did everything except put air into the football, and probably helped the concession stand at halftime. Right. There's a long pass way up there, and oh, look at that grab. My goodness. And coming from behind to track him down was number 24, made the stop, Franchulo, on Matt Harlaker, as he caught that one over his shoulder. Good reception. Timeout is going to be taken by Serra Catholic. 14 seconds left. Time for one play, and they'd like to get into the end zone to avert the shutout. I don't blame them.
42 zip, huh?
Yep, 42 zip. So congratulations again here this afternoon on another fine effort on the part of the Raiders. Jeff Kappa, the game MVP.
For PNC Bank.
For PNC Bank. And next week it'll be, let's see, Burl and Deer Lakes Friday night.
And
Riverview
probably here with Wilkinsburg.
Next Saturday afternoon. And when you mention Burl and Deer Lake, or I should say Burl and Riverview this year, you're talking about the elite in their class. So that's the name of the game when you get down near the end of the year. So maybe one, perhaps time for 2 plays. Have a little shot of that, Bob.
Yeah, indeed.
It's good for the heart, isn't it? Somebody out there will probably believe it.
Believe me, it's a cola. It's a cola.
All right. They're in the shotgun. Serra Catholic is. They'd like to get into the end zone. I think, oh my goodness, they jumped the gun too soon. Got a lot of the Riverview people probably rooting for Serra Catholic to get in and score or shut out.
Well, they get their first team quarterback in, but most of the rest are second teamers.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're all underclassmen. Could be. "14 seconds remaining in the clock. Har is back. Har is chased out of the pocket. Har is going to throw into the end zone, and incomplete with 5 seconds remaining. Time for one more play.
5 seconds remaining.
So we got time for perhaps
Down now.
one more play. It would take a miracle to get 2 plays with only 5 seconds remaining. All right. Har takes the snap. He's going to throw it long into the end zone. He's got a man down there, but the coverage is also there, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Franchulo, and there's the horn. The end of the ball game. The Raiders win another one, and they made it look easy, Bob.
Okay, once again, our PNC Bank MVP is quarterback Jeffrey Kappa, and the Raiders win it 42-0 thanks to the athletic department here at Riverview High and Milo for the many stats. We will wrap it up right here. The Raiders win it and remain undefeated, 42-0. For the entire staff, I'm Bob Tattern, thanking you for joining us. And until we get together next weekend for the games with Burl at Deer Lakes and Wilkinsburg at Riverview, a pleasant goodbye, everybody.